I get it, you're scrolling through endless embroidery machine options, trying to decide whether to splurge on something that sounds like a professional studio setup or stick with the tiny tabletop models that come with a handful of designs. You're probably picturing yourself sitting at a kitchen table, trying to get a clean logo onto a tote bag, and wondering if that big screen machine is worth the space it will take up, the price tag, and the learning curve. If you're on the fence, the first thing I'd say is, pause a second, because the right tool can actually save you a lot of time and frustration down the road. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The Brother Elite PE900 is pitched as a large embroidery machine bundle that tries to cover all the bases for anyone who's serious about turning fabric into custom artwork. What sets it apart isn't just the headline specs like a 10-inch by 7-inch embroidery field, but how those specs translate into everyday workflow. Let's walk through what it looks like once you get it out of the box, what you'll actually be doing with it, and who ends up getting the most bang for their buck. First off, the unboxing experience is surprisingly straightforward for a machine of this size. Brother includes a large embroidery hoop, a set of needles, a starter thread assortment, and a USB cable, all the basics you need to start stitching within an hour. The machine itself is a solid rectangular unit that sits comfortably on a sturdy desk or workbench. You'll spend a few minutes plugging it in, connecting it to your home Wi-Fi, and calibrating the hoop, which the on-screen wizard walks you through step by step. The LCD touchscreen is bright enough to read in a well-lit kitchen but also works in dimmer craft rooms, so you're not squinting while you scroll through designs. Now, about that wireless LAN connectivity. This is where the P900 starts to feel like a real productivity tool. Instead of transferring .ps files via a USB stick every time you want a new design, you can pull them straight from your computer or even from cloud storage using Brother's mobile app. I tried uploading a custom monogram I designed in a free embroidery software, and within a minute the design appeared on the touchscreen ready to be positioned. For someone running a small Etsy shop, that means you can take a customer order, tweak the design on a laptop, and have it stitched without stepping away from the machine. No more juggling USB drives or waiting for a friend to hand you a file. Built-in designs and fonts are another practical perk. The P900 comes preloaded with a decent library of decorative stitches, basic shapes, and a range of alphabets. If you're new to embroidery, you can simply select Hello in a script font, adjust the size, and watch it stitch out a personalized mug towel in seconds. That immediate gratification can be a huge confidence boost and eliminates the need to purchase separate design packs right away. Of course, the library isn't exhaustive, but it gives you a solid starting point while you figure out what styles you like. Let's talk about the large embroidery area, because that's the headline feature. A 10 by 7-inch field means you can handle bigger projects. Think embroidered logos on jackets, sizable patch designs for backpacks, or even full-size quilt panels without having to rehook the fabric multiple times. In a real-world scenario, I've seen a friend use the P900 to stitch a corporate logo onto a fleet of work shirts. Instead of stitching a small emblem, they placed the entire logo, which was about 6 inches wide, onto the hoop in one go. That saved them the repetitive stitching and rehooping that can cause tension inconsistencies. For anyone who frequently works on larger items, the extra space translates directly into less downtime. But there are trade-offs you should consider. The machine's footprint is definitely larger than a typical domestic sewing machine, so you need a dedicated spot, ideally a sturdy table with enough clearance for the hoop to move freely. If you're limited on space, the P900 could feel like it's taking over the kitchen counter. Also, the larger hoop can be heavier than the tiny hoops that come with beginner machines, which might be a minor inconvenience if you need to move it around often. Another practical point is the learning curve. While the touchscreen simplifies navigation, you still need to understand basic embroidery concepts: stabilizing fabric, adjusting tension, and managing stitch density. The P900 doesn't magically fix a badly prepared fabric. You'll still see issues like puckering if the stabilizer isn't right for the material. That said, Brother includes a quick start guide that walks you through common problems, and the online community around Brother machines is pretty active, so you're not left in the dark. Now, who should definitely consider buying the P900? If you're a small business owner who regularly fulfills custom orders, the combination of a large working area and wireless design